Yeah, excellent penetration that time. Unselfish play, help not there for Boston College, and that's what he's in there for. Knock down shots, see if you can loosen up this zone by Boston College.
Duke trailed by 8 at halftime, shooting 5 of 6 from the floor. Combine that with another Boston College turnover, they have 14, 15, and they've regained the lead.
Now, although it's not a live ball where Duke is in a transition situation, that's just a missed opportunity. That's another possession loss for Boston College.
Brakefield for 3. That's off the mark. Baker, an offensive rebound, ripped away by Heath. Trying to push the tempo here. Lays it off for Felder, who puts it up and in to tie it at 53.
Excellent rebounding that time by Jay Heath. Getting on the defensive glass and then getting out in transition, giving it up early.
Baker got Felder up, steps in, can't knock it down though. Heath tries a deep 3, left it short. Duke's been good in transition tonight, although that one off the leg of Brakefield.
Jay, when Boston College has handled the Duke pressure, they've been able to get some opportunities. Stephon Mitchell is going to be a key person to close out this game. They'll use him a lot of times. Boston College, when there's full court pressure, they will allow Stephon Mitchell to play the point guard to relieve pressure from the guards.
Here's Mitchell with it now. 6'8", but very comfortable with the ball. That's another Boston College turnover. 16 against the Eagles.
Jim Christian is trying to get his guys to go backdoor. Again, Duke being very aggressive in the passing lanes. You have to ball fake and then get some backdoor cuts because they're just trying to shoot the gaps and try to come up with steals.
Eight seconds to shoot. Moore Jr. fading away, didn't get a clean look at it. Great defense from the Eagles. Transition 3. It's good. C.J. Felder from deep.
He started the game off with a 3, and that is a heads-up play by Jay Heath. In transition, dribble drive, and then set your guy up for a wide-open 3.
Great take, the reverse lay-in. Wendell Moore Jr. continuing to have a great night. 15 points to lead all scorers. Tabs, pull up, pop. Hurt decides to launch a 3, can't connect. Felder almost gave that one away. Instead stays with BC. Count it, plus the foul. C.J. Felder again. Everything working through the sophomore right now from 3, and then inside. He'll go to the line for an and one when we come back.
It's bow time. It's eating time at the ranch again. If you're tired of cooking or tired of sorta cooking, just tap your favorite app and get a big bowl box delivered. With 12 Supremes, biscuits, fixins, and tea, it's bow time.
For 175 years, New York Life has been helping people act on their love.
Okay.
So they can look back and say, we did good.
On a Superstitious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Where are they? Where are they?
Honey, come on. I got the Dr. Pepper. We're gonna be late for the game.
Looking for my lucky pants. Have you seen them?
There was a problem at the cleaners. They shrunk your lucky pants.
My pants.
Next time on Fansville.
They still fit.
Oh.
Dad,
Look, fit like a glove.
you don't wear gloves as pants.
Hey, Sheriff. How you doing?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
This is more than steak. This is a wake-up call for all 5 senses. This is Omaha Steaks, hand-selected, butcher-cut, and aged to peak tenderness. Best steak you've ever tasted, guaranteed. Plus, anything else you crave. Seafood, chops, burgers, Omaha Steaks. Every meal is an unforgettable experience. Plus, order now and get free chicken and burgers. Visit omahasteaks.com/TV.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next?
How do you get in front of companies or get a patent?
Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors just like you for 35 years.
And thousands of people contact them every month.
With 65 offices, you can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services to help demonstrate your idea. InventHelp's exclusive databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas, like yours.
Don't wonder what to do next. Take action right now and get the help you need from InventHelp.
InventHelp. Call today for free information.
800-329-7551. That's 800-329-7551.
It's bow time. If you ask us, dinner should be warm, golden, real deal, scratch made, and stick to your ribs with plenty to go around. Feed a family of 4 with 12 Supremes, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
A look at the new normal. Mike Krzyzewski this week in quarantine after a member of his family who was positive for COVID exposed him during the holidays. And look at him over Zoom watching practices, talking with players, looking at film with John Shire and the Duke staff. Everything remained the same in terms of their build-up, their preparation for Boston College, except instead of in person, it was over Zoom, and he's unable to be on the sideline tonight.
I mean, Jay, nothing normal about this college basketball season, and obviously all the teams are going through this is the new normal now, and certainly it has impacted Duke. Obviously, the 3 weeks missed and not being able to have their Hall of Fame coach with them certainly is a factor in this game.
Jeremy Roach attacking the rack right down the middle of the lane for 2. And Rich Kelly back into the game. He's got 14 for BC, playing with 4 fouls. Kelly on the drive. Here's Stephon Mitchell working on Wendell Moore. Backs him down, turns around, missed the layup. Roach again, this time called for a travel.
That time better transition D for Boston College. 3 players back, and that's a tough runner that time, though. End of lane, little euro and soft touch over Kelly, who did not want to pick up another foul.
Kelly from the corner, no good. He was red hot before. He had to sit out for 7 minutes. You wonder if that time on the bench cooled him off a little bit. Jay Heath darting through the lane, uses the left hand, can't finish though. Mitchell ripped it away, puts it in, plus the foul, Stephon Mitchell.
Well, he's one of the better rebounders in the ACC. Off the Heath miss, this is just a big-time offensive rebound and putback by Stephon Mitchell, and that's a big bucket for Boston College.
Foul called. It'll be Duke basketball trailing by 3. The question for Boston College and Jim Christian down the stretch: 2-7, 0-3 in ACC play. We asked Coach, why do you have that record? He said, we can't finish games. We've had leads. We've played well. Can the Eagles finish on the road down the stretch?
Let's see how Duke attacks this zone.
Into Matthew Hurt, straight to the basket, rejected by Mitchell. Duke keeps it alive. 10 seconds to shoot. Goldwire launches a 3, left it short. Mitchell grabs the loose ball, passes it over to Jay Heath.
What a block out by Stephon Mitchell. Again, we talk about his rebounding numbers, but he does a nice job blocking out.
Great defense from Hurt. Threw it off Heath. It actually kept the play alive for BC. Got back to block Mitchell. 2 great plays by Matthew Hurt. Bit of a block party on both sides right now.
Yeah, excellent recovery that time by C.J. Felder. And Hurt getting it done on the defensive end right here, trying to throw it off Heath's leg, and then good recovery to come up with the block.
As we near crunch time, both teams turning up the defense. And Wendell Moore Jr. hits another 3. He's got a game-high 18, and we're tied at 60. What a nice sight it must be for Duke fans to see Wendell Moore Jr. after the struggles he's had to start this season. 18 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 6 for 6 from the foul line.
And I think the big thing is 2 of 3 from the three-point line. He's a guy going back to last year, really struggled shooting the ball from beyond the arc, and he's had a very efficient offensive night for Duke.
Coming into tonight, Wendell Moore Jr. only had 19 points to his name in all the games combined this season, and he delivers 18, still with 8:34 to go, and his team tied at 60. Heath on the drive, lost the handle again. Goldwire picks it up. Duke in transition. Blue Devils back in front, and it's Wendell Moore Jr. again. He's up to 20. BC back the other way, out of control. And that's an offensive foul.
Jay, for as good as Boston College has played in this game, that pretty much sums up what Jim Christian has talked about, the inability for them to close out games. Again, first one, live ball turnover right here. Again, poor decision by Langford, and again, missed opportunity and lost possession for Boston College.
Stewart floater doesn't drop. Langford Jr. on the drive. Here's the freshman into traffic. Comes up empty. Dukes like to run. They've been successful at it. 24 fast break points today. A little too fast there. Heath pull-up pop. Can't knock it down. Langford Jr. there to clean it up.
Well, he made that putback look easy. One hand finger roll off the miss to tie the game up.
Timeout, John Shire. Blue Devils in a dogfight without Coach K. We're tied at 62.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
Oh, I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you. Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jim and Joanne are here to pick up the same prescription. They both know the system is not on their side. They both know drug costs are out of control. But one of them is taking back control with GoodRx. Next. So while he's paying that much, even with his insurance, she's paying this much just by using GoodRx. Use GoodRx to compare prices at pharmacies in your area and stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today and take back control.
Press the button right there.
Are you ready to get wild?
Go hard, yeah, I'm going all in.
Lamar and the Ravens, Derek and the Titans. Ready to go all in because it's win.
Hey, let's finish it now. Let's finish it.
Or go home.
We built for this. We made for this.
It's a super wild card weekend. The NFL Wild Card on ABC and ESPN.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Boston College's 3 top scorers coming into tonight have combined for only 5 points, and yet Jim Christian's team tied on the road with Duke, 62-62.
I mean, if you look at these numbers and you tell me your backcourt of Tabs and Heath are going to have a combined 5 points, I'd say you're losing by probably 30 if you're Boston College. But they had a huge contribution. Rich Kelly with his first start really has played a great game for Boston College tonight.
Kelly with 14, C.J. Felder with 17. Wendell Moore Jr. continues to be the story for Duke. Only 19 points coming into this game on the season. He's got 22 off the bench tonight.
And John Shire talked about him getting his confidence back. Look, they know he's talented and he's a guy that can score, but having his confidence back is huge for Duke.
Winston Tabb starting to find his confidence as well. His second 3, and it puts BC back in front by 1. Great take to the hoop. Fearless on the drive. And Duke back in front by 1. Mitchell from the quarter, contested 3, no good. Heath has the offensive board, and he puts it in for 2.
Heads up play by Jay Heath. Now the one area for Boston College defensively, Jay, they got to do a better job keeping Duke out of the paint. In the first half, they did a nice job forcing them to shoot jumpers.
Deep three, DJ Stewart, no good. Kelly tracks down the rebound. Great pass from Mitchell. The finish, C.J. Felder.
You cannot run it any better. Beautiful pass by Stephon Mitchell. Felder for another dunk off a beautiful pass.
Inside to Hurt, count it, plus the foul. An opportunity to tie the game at 69 from the line.
Not sure how he was left wide open, the ACC's leading scorer, but again, right here, beautiful pass by Stephon Mitchell to Felder. And then right here, and one for the leading scorer in the ACC, Matt Hurt. And that's just a breakdown by Boston College, leaving him that wide open underneath the hoop.
And that's C.J. Felder's fourth foul. So he checks out of the game. He's BC's leading scorer tonight with 19. Rich Kelly, who has 14, also with 4 personal fouls. Heath working on Hurt, fading away, floats one up short. Karnick ripped it down, it was poked away. Goldwire in transition, goes straight to the hoop, draws the foul.
That's an individual defensive play by Matthew Hurt. Had Jay Heath switched out on him, they went to the ISO at the top, and that's just great footwork by Hurt to force Heath into a tough jumper.
Rebound the ball.
This Sunday afternoon, women's basketball triple header right here on the ACC Network. Tips off with Louisville at Clemson at noon, then Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and Boston College, Wake Forest to follow. 3 in a row Sunday, all right here on the ACC Network. This game tied at 69. Goldwire splits a pair from the line. Here's Kelly, draws the foul. He has not scored since the first half. With 14 points on the night for the Quinnipiac transfer at his first start for Jim Christian's Eagles.
Well, Kelly's done a nice job tonight attacking the rim. First series of games for Boston College, really more out on the perimeter as a spot-up shooter. Tonight, he has been very aggressive off the bounce, and he's been able to get to the free throw line or get some high-percentage shots going towards the basket.
His first point in more than 21 minutes of game action. But those 2 foul shots puts him to 16 for the night. He only had 17 in the 3 previous games combined. A little offense-defense for Jim Christian. His team leading by 2, 4:40 to play at Cameron Indoor. Here's Goldwire leaning in, and it falls. Tied at 71.
Ball screen defense is going to be key for Duke to close this one out. Boston College likes to run a lot of actions with Tabs and Heath. Defensively, though, Jay, Boston College has had some miscommunication that time. Karnick, not sure whether or not he should go out on the perimeter or not, giving up a driving lane.
Jay Heath draws the foul with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. And that's 4 on Matthew Hurt. So he'll have to be careful down the stretch. And Heath heads to the line for a 1-and-1.
And this is part of the growth for Jay Heath. We talked about it at the tip. His last 3 games, he has been on fire for Boston College. 17 points a game, shooting over 45% from the three-point line. But that time, didn't settle for the jumper, drove the ball, now at the free throw line.
Jim Christian told us the biggest improvement for Heath has been his attitude. And games previously where he's missed some shots, it's affected the rest of his game. And it certainly hasn't tonight. It's not his best shooting performance, just 2 of 7 from the floor, but he has played hard defensively, and he's still the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch for BC.
Oh, absolutely, and he's made some nice decisions to set his teammates up. But you're absolutely right. To close this game out, it's going to come down to Tabs and Heath with the ball in their hand for Boston College.
Heath with 4 assists to his name tonight to go along with 6 points. Here's Wendell Moore Jr., 22. Season high, blocked at the rim. Duke double teams. For Junior splits the double team, but called for an offensive foul on his way to the rim. Wendell Moore Jr. doing it all tonight for the Blue Devils. 22 to lead all scorers and drawing the charge there. Blue Devils ball, trailing by 2.
Bolt 24 keeping it real with Fernando Tatis Jr.
Believe it or not, this is not my real hair color. But Bolt 24 has no artificial sweeteners, and it's lower in sugar. Both look real good.
Hey, Bolt 24.
No more hanging leg raises, countless crunches, and gut-busting sit-ups that cause stress and strain on your neck and back. Now it's time to get up off the floor and coast your way to great abs with the Ab Coaster Max, the 5-star rated fitness breakthrough that can help you get lean, sculpted, sexy abs, a chiseled midsection, and defined cut obliques. Just kneel down on the padded seat, place your arms on the cushioned handlebars, and bring your knees forward. It's that easy. The secret is the Ab Coaster's natural arc motion. This smooth bottom-up motion creates a constant core contraction. Every rep on the Ab Coaster Max works your lower, middle, and upper abs from the bottom up, and on the way down works your upper, middle, and lower abs once again. That's twice the ab sculpting results you'll see in half the time.
My clothes fit better because I'm tighter, I'm leaner, there's more definition.
The Ab Coaster did this. I have lost over 5 inches in my waist. This Ab Coaster system, it really works.
In fact, an independent study conducted at a leading university proved the Ab Coaster engages abdominal muscle on every rep with virtually no stress or strain on your neck and back. Plus, with just a twist of the seat, you can work your left side obliques or right side obliques, or glide from side to side for a quick ab ripping express workout. So don't do any more abdominal workouts on the floor. The Ab Coaster's safe bottom-up motion is easy to do and easy on you, allowing you to trim your waistline and sculpt your midsection so you see results fast. And when you're done, it rolls away for easy storage.
This Ab Coaster thing is real. What can you say?
At fitness facilities like Gold's Gym, Ab Coasters can cost up to $1,000. Call right now or go online to abcoastermax.com and try the Ab Coaster in your home for a full 30 days for just $14.95, plus free shipping. But wait, we'll also include the rep counter so you can keep track of all your reps, a fast-track meal plan, and 14-day express program to get you ripped quick. Every coast brings you one step closer to having those amazing tight-toned abs you always wanted. Don't wait and try yours today.
In his last 4 games coming into tonight, Wendell Moore shooting 1 for 21, but Malcolm Huckabee, he's been the go-to guy tonight. A game-high 22 points to lead Duke.
Playing with a lot of confidence, and it's amazing what happens when you start making shots. Everything picks up. I think I've been more impressed, too, with his defensive effort coming up with a big charge on that last possession. Again, when you have success on the offensive end, it obviously spurts up your defense as well. They needed all of those 22 points tonight against this Boston College team.
And for the Eagles, C.J. Felder has led the way. The sophomore, 19 points, but he's got 4 fouls. 1 more, and he is out of this game. It's Duke ball, 3:30 to play, trailing by 2. Goldwire left open for three. Can't connect. Matthew Hurt, offensive board. Missed layup, but the second effort's good to tie it at 73.
That's a missed opportunity for Boston College. Off the miss that time. Hurt on the offensive glass.
Kelly out of control there. A no-pass possession for the Eagles. Wendell Moore Jr. fading away. Another offensive rebound for Duke, and they cash in for two. Back-to-back buckets off the offensive glass. Timeout, Jim Christian. The 9th lead change this half alone as Duke goes on a mini 4-0 run out of the timeout to regain the lead.
Well, you've done everything right if you're Boston College, except finish off the play right here. Great work by Hurt on the offensive glass. And then again, Boston College off the miss, unable to come up with the offensive rebound. Duke all over the offensive glass. 2 big-time buckets.
John Shire and this Duke staff doing it with Mike Krzyzewski watching at home like all of you. Coach K in the contact tracing quarantine. He's tested negative but still can't be on the sideline. He's watched practices on Zoom. He's been with all the preparation via Zoom but can't be on that sideline. And sure, like a lot of Duke fans, he's watching at home, anxious in the final 2 minutes and 38 seconds. You look at that record, Blue Devils just 10 of 18 without Coach K on the sideline. They certainly struggled, especially early. BC led by 16 with 1:52 left in the first half, and Duke has chipped away a 2-point lead down the stretch. Here's Rich Kelly playing with 4 fouls. Finds Felder for 3, rims out.
Although he's knocked down threes in this game, I don't like that possession. One pass, a contested 3. You prefer something going to the basket off a couple of ball swings.
Mitchell blocked it. Kelly kept it in play. Under 2 minutes to play, BC trailing by 2. Fouled. Jay Heath will head to the line for 2. Now this has been the story of Boston College's season for Jim Christian. They've been so close to a big win, played a really challenging schedule. 7 of their first 10 opponents, including Duke, in the Ken Pom top 45, but 2-7. They've failed to close the door. And he ties his game at 75. Timeout, John Shire. Stepping up for the first time in his head coaching duties at the age of 33 for a man who's got the court named after him, and he takes a timeout to talk things over, tied at 75. Good time to remind you to tune in to Packer and Durham. I'm sure the guys will be talking about this game and a whole lot more tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern time all the way to 10 a.m. Eastern time every weekday right here on the ACC Network. So Malcolm, if you're John Shire, what are you telling your team down the stretch here?
Well, again, be patient against the Boston College matchup zone. Don't settle for a contested jumper. Try to get a high ball screen, and I gotta imagine Matt Hurt is going to have the ball in his hands. On the other side, Boston College done everything right the last couple of possessions except box out and finish off the play. Must have all 5 guys on the defensive glass. and must communicate on any ball screens. Make sure you don't give up an open look for Duke.
Each team with one timeout. $1:39 to play. Duke ball tied at 75. Matthew Hurt for three, and he hits it. The sophomore comes up clutch. Believe it or not, that's the biggest lead of the night for Duke. Felder lost the handle. Regained it. Count it, plus the foul. He bobbled the ball, but got it up, got it in, and drew some contact. It can tie the game at 78 from the line.
Well, the backcourt tabs that time with the nice drop-off pass. Great finish by C.J. Felder, who's led the way for Boston College.
Missed the foul shot, though.
If you're Boston College, you have to close out on Hurt. On that previous offensive possession for Duke, you have to get a hand up. Do not give him any airspace whatsoever.
8 seconds to shoot. Here's Jeremy Roach over to his fellow freshman DJ Stewart. Drives the lane, lost the handle. The officials say it's Boston College basketball. DJ Stewart says that BC got a piece of it. So the officials will take a look at the monitor with 46.4 to play.
It's hard to tell from our angle whether or not it was deflected. Not sure if Stewart was trying to throw a lob pass to Hurt. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I think that might have hit Tabbs' hand. Again, it's tough to tell whether or not he got his hand on the ball or Stewart's hand. And you got 3 Boston College defenders. That's going to be tough to tell.
Even if Duke gets this overturned, Malcolm, they'll only have 2 seconds left on that shot clock to make something happen. The question is, did Winston Tabbs get a piece of it? Boston College's leading scorer, who did not start tonight, came off the bench. He's hit 2 big threes. The officials taking an extra long look at this one.
I don't know. I mean, it's again, it's certainly a pass. He's not shooting that. He's trying to pass it to her. And yeah, it doesn't look like in that. Again, it looks like their hands just came together, but I'm not sure if there's enough for them to overturn that and give the ball back to Duke.
And that's the key word, overturn, because the ruling on the floor was Boston College basketball. Although BC looks like they're getting ready to play defense. And Jim Christian's confused, as are we. We'll take one more look. Again, the rule was Boston College basketball. Is there enough evidence to say that it went off Winston Tabbs?
I mean, it's still
really tough call
from that angle right there.
As it stands, Duke leading by 1. Each team has 1 timeout remaining. There's 2 seconds on the shot clock if the Blue Devils do get a reversal. John Shire taking over the head coaching duties. Mike Krzyzewski in a COVID contact tracing quarantine.
Looks like they did call it a deflection off of Boston College.
This is Duke basketball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get something quick. Roach, the inbounder. Floats it to Wendell Moore Jr. Step back and he buries it. Wendell Moore Jr. This night belongs to him. 24 points off the bench.
And none bigger than this 2 right here. Shot clock at 2. Needed to get one off, and yeah, he definitely got it off in time. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's a big-time bucket by Wendell Moore.
A big smile from the sophomore, and this will silence the haters that John Shire told us about. He went out of his way to say, I really feel bad for what Moore Jr.'s had to deal with this season. Yeah, he's not playing his best basketball. He knows it too, but what he's had to deal with from fans, opposing fans, yeah, 1 for 21's not good. He knows that, but he used the word believe, and boy, that belief led to a huge performance tonight.
And he said, look, it's as simple as this. He needed to see the ball go in the basket, and that has happened. And he said, look, I've been impressed with his maturity and how he has handled the criticism, obviously losing his starting role and staying ready. And he gave Duke a huge boost off the bench tonight.
Only 19 points combined for Moore on the season, and tonight he delivers 24 off the bench. The officials are still looking at the clock.
Yeah, it looked like that.
He got it away very cleanly, but there should be an extra second on the game clock. It stopped at 43. Probably should have been stopped a hair over 44. And they reset it to 44.4. It's a 3-point Duke lead. What do you draw up here if you're Boston College, Malcolm?
Plenty of time, 44 seconds. Again, if it comes off a 3, dribble, drive, and kick, that's fine. But you got to get into your offense early. Certainly you can't turn it over, but if you're Boston College, again, high ball screen with either Tabs or Heath, but you're going to have to break this pressure by Duke.
Each team with one timeout. Here's Jay Heath, guarded by Hurt. Under 30 to play. EC's used a lot of time. Heath hits it. Big time bucket from Jay Heath. And the Eagles foul Jordan Goldwire. Sends the senior to the line.
Jay Heath continues to play outstanding ball for Boston College. We talked about what he's done the last 3 games. That's a beautiful little pull-up jumper. Both he and Tabs have 2 of the better mid-range games in the ACC, and that's a big bucket for Jay Heath.
It was Rich Kelly, the Quinnipiac transfer, who provided 16 points tonight, who committed that foul on Goldwire. That's his 5th, so he's out for the rest of the game. And it's the senior Jordan Goldwire who steps to the line. Duke has struggled from the foul line tonight, 12 for 21. And Goldwire is 1 for 2. He will get 2 because we're in the double bonus.
Give up a offensive rebound. That's hurt you late in the second half, giving up second chance opportunities or
2. Goldwire got them both. Both teams still with a timeout.
You got to get into your offense quicker if you're Boston College.
He turned the ball over. That's Duke basketball. Of course, they'll review it. But that's a bad pass in crunch time, and it's a familiar story for Jim Christian, who's played a lot of tough teams this year, played them tough, but has failed to close them out.
I mean, that's just really not much pressure. Not sure where Jay Heath was throwing that back to. And, you know, again, these are the situations, end of game. Now, right there, again, tough for us to tell whether or not Langford Jr. got his hand on that, but costly mistake if that remains Duke ball.
In our coach's call, Jim Christian said that in stretches of this season they've shown they can play with anyone, but they need to close games, need to find a way to win. And once again, leading by 16 in the first half, a halftime lead of 8, but a critical mistake down the stretch.
Jim Christian went back to some of the games they've had. Minnesota, they have a 15-point lead, couldn't close it out. NC State, they're right there, back and forth. Again, end of game situations, not able to close it out. And right here against Duke, they have a great opportunity to get a road win. And it looks like Langford got us.
It was his right hand
on it. Yeah.
And great officiating to get that right the first time on the court before the official review. Duke has the possession arrow. 1 timeout for each team.
Boston College now, you have to foul. You still have maybe one chance and an opportunity for a steal. If not, you must foul immediately if you do not get a steal.
And the foul does come in on Wendell Moore Jr. No doubt about it, the sophomore has been the story of the night. 24 points off the bench. He's a perfect 6 for 6 from the foul line. And this after only averaging 3.8 points per game, shooting 1 for 21 in his last 4 games. He delivered in a big way tonight. This is the go-ahead shot. And he makes it a 2-possession game with that made foul shot. BC does have 1 timeout, elects not to take it here. And Winston Taps can run the baseline if he chooses. Heath has to hurry. Launches no good. It falls to Felder. Step back 3. He hits it with 0.7 left. C.J. Felder drills it to make it a 1-point game. Timeout, Jim Christian. The officials are obviously going to check to see if there should be more time on the clock, but as it stands, less than a second remaining. Felder lets it go with 2.
Probably about a 0.7, 0.6. But Brakefield right here, Jay, very fortunate that Felder didn't kick his legs out, because that could have potentially been a 4-point play. If you're Boston College, obviously you have to hope for a miracle that somehow Duke turns the ball over prior to inbounding it. But if you're Duke right now, I'm just throwing it in the backcourt, all the way down the other end of the court. 0.7 seconds. Boston College is not going to have enough time to catch and heave one from the other side of the court. So
okay, they do add, 0.3 of a second on, so 1 full second remaining. Duke still has 1 timeout, protecting his 1-point lead. Jon Scheyer trying to hold down the fort with Coach K in contact tracing quarantine. And Duke inbounds the ball. BC can't foul. It's a final. Duke hangs on 83-82. Jon Scheyer's team rallies from 16 points down to win this game without Coach K on the sidelines. And their first game in 21 days is a win.
And that's exactly what it was, a win. It was a struggle in the first half, but credit Duke hanging around in this game. And then in the second half, they came out with much more energy. And Wendell Moore, again, he was the bright spot for Duke in this one. Offensively, defensively, Duke comes away with the win.
Wendell Moore Jr., the star of the night, 25 points to come back from 16 down. Duke gets the win without Coach K on the sidelines. BC falls to 2-8. For our terrific ACC Network crew, Malcolm Huckabee, I'm Jay Alter saying so long from Durham.
It's afternoon ACC basketball from Central New York. Inside the Carrier Dome, the Pitt Panthers 5-2, 1-1 in the ACC against the Syracuse Orange, 6-1, and an unblemished 1-0 ACC mark. Glad to have you with us here this afternoon from home. Mike Cousins and Jordan Cornette, who is both there and at his house. And Jordan, it's been a while since both of these teams took the floor, at least 2 weeks for each of them. Some games have been missed. We'll go over the players who are absent today. So for both Jeff Capel and Jim Boeheim, they need those players remaining to step up today.
Mike, without question, you expect some rust on both sides, but you also want to have your best guys on the road. Shorthanded indeed this Pitt squad is. Justin Champagnie will be missed most. He's truly built to beat the Syracuse zone, so you lean on another star. And yes, you got Xavier Johnson at point, but Audis Toney is a 3-level scorer for this team. He's got to find ways to sneak into that matchup zone, make himself a scoring threat. He must be aggressive for Pitt to try to steal one on the road, because that vaunted offensive attack on the other side is very dangerous. And it's led by Quincy Guerrier. They expected him to be good in his sophomore season. I don't know if they expected him to be great like he has been here early on. He's extended out to the three-point line, showed confidence there. The only problem is I think he probably needs to demand the basketball more. All these threats, he's most efficient. You can lead with Buddy Boeheim, surely, but Quincy Guerrier gives this team an added edge, and why I think they're one of the better teams in the conference.
Jim Boeheim in his 45th season, who enrolled in